Welcome, everybody, to the Couch Co op podcast for the latter half of July. I hope everyone is having a great day. Thank you for being here if you're here, and thank you for watching afterwards if that's the case as well. We're going to get Silver in here, and let's get started. I don't have to get Silver in here, he just has to wait for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, wait for me. But alright. So let's start off as always with the games we've been playing over the last couple weeks. I've got two. Do you have anything that you've just played, or is it just the first Descendant?
Probably just that for now.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't really play anything new lately yet.
With how many?
Some
With
new
how
stuff
many?
coming.
I was gonna say, how many things are coming out at the end of the month? I think we're gonna end up playing something. Hey, Draw, welcome to the stream. So, what's your thoughts on the first Descendant, Silver?
Let's see. Well, I will say that the combat is pretty basic, I suppose. Abilities of the Descendants are pretty cool. They're very unique, at least the two that we've played so far. Not very keen on the enemy variety. They're very limited, I guess. There's nothing that stands out, not to my knowledge at least. We haven't played all the way through the story yet, so
No, we have not.
we don't really know what to expect. I guess the boss fights, the first boss fight that we encountered was, definitely a group effort to take it down, I suppose. I did fight it solo, but man, that thing takes forever to kill.
Yes,
At least it's doable. At least it's doable solo now, but yeah, that's good enough, I suppose. And yes, I know about the whole, comparisons between Warframe and Destiny. Yeah, Destiny 2. Yes, it is very obvious to those that have played those games, like myself and you. It is very obvious that they definitely have drawn some, probably not just inspirations, but also kind of like, maybe copied. The whole naming of the weapons, and the whole, every descendant gets 4 powers and a passive. Guess what? Warframe does the same thing. Yeah, too many comparisons. It also doesn't have its own identity, truth be told, does it? As far as I've noticed, it doesn't have its own identity yet. It needs more of its own thing to have its own identity. It just feels like it's just a mishmash of 2 games rather than its own thing. It needs something more, but I'm not sure what that is because the gaming industry is saturated with games like this.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, it hit 10 million viewers and 10 million players in like 4 days. In 4 days.
That it did. Indeed.
The big difference is that Destiny has a giant amount of money that you have to pay to have all the content in the game.
That is a huge problem, in my opinion.
Yes, and this one doesn't. You play the whole game for free.
Mm-hmm. And same thing with Warframe. You can just get through the story with, yes, there is grind involved, but it doesn't every game every game with that kind of thing require grind. Yes, it does.
Yeah,
absolutely it does.
How do you keep someone playing?
Precisely. That is the whole point of it. How to keep players engaged and playing. Well, give them something to actually work towards. How about that, first of all? That's just step 1. You've got a lot more steps to follow.
Yeah.
And also, you can't be too stingy about things, too. You need to incentivize, I suppose, but also you need to actually be upfront with your community. How about that? Be upfront, communicate with them. That's what DE does. They communicate with us. Every time they have an issue or we have an issue, we fucking communicate, and we obviously, the community's much more on the nicer side and doesn't, berate the fucking developers for this or that issue. No, we just use the forums like we're supposed to and constructively criticize what we don't like.
That's probably the smartest way to go. Most people probably do that.
Yeah, we try to find a middle ground.
But
and hopefully the first Descendant can do that.
I was gonna say, they've already got it over Destiny in the fact that, when they had downtime at the beginning, they basically gave people stuff
Yeah.
for actually having downtime. Where Destiny was like, "You got your money."
Mm. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Mm.
It's kind of like that. It's okay. Sure, it's a lot like Destiny, but Destiny is a paid game. The First Descendant
Mhm.
is a game that's completely reliant on you either buying the Descendants, which you don't have to. You could grind to get all the
Excuse
stuff.
me.
You could grind to get all the
Sure.
stuff, or
Oh, absolutely.
battle passes. That's the only way they're gonna make money off you. Like, I have not paid a damn
And-
cent to play that game.
Mhm. Oh, and hell, it even tells you where you need to go to get the descendant parts as
I
well,
know,
and even
like-
their resources. I'm like, hey, that is actually helpful, so they have to look it up fucking online in a wiki or something. Unlike you, Destiny. Remember that Grimoire in the first game? The lore wasn't in the fucking game to begin with.
And plus,
Yeah.
to be fair, like,
I hate that shit.
Destiny charges a lot more for their microtransactions than the First
Yeah,
Descendant does, and Destiny 2 is not it's technically a free game, but it's a free game with a whole
Now
bunch
it
of
is,
paid
right.
expansions. Like, you have to have the
At
paid
first it
expansions.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Mm.
Plus, even if that's the case, the free version's not going to get you all the content. You're going to be locked into like 3 old expansions worth of content, and then if you want to play the rest of it with your friends, you have to buy those.
Yeah, and the worst part about Destiny 2 is that they've actually removed like the introduction part of the story.
Yeah.
So like when we actually started playing, we couldn't play that ever again.
Yeah, so
When I was like, what the fuck?
they sunsetted guns and story.
Oh,
crazy,
and
right?
that's not
Like-
good.
No.
Right, dude, no, you can't be doing that. That's
No.
content that people paid for. That's scummy.
Yeah, it is. So my thoughts on the First Descendant is it groundbreaking? No, obviously
No.
not. But is it something, especially as a streamer, is it something fun to play and just have fun and kill time as a streamer? Fuck yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, you could just fuck around with your friends and do that for hours. And
Mhm.
people want to watch it. It's a very highly viewed game on Twitch right now. So as a streaming thing, it's perfect. As a game itself, do I think it's perfect? No. But
No,
It-
no.
is-
it
is
definitely
it-
has head detection issues sometimes.
is it fun? Yes, there's
Mhm.
fun to be had in the game. So
Great ragdolls, by the way.
yeah, I would give it. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, listen, I don't think it's going out there trying to be something groundbreaking. I think it's gonna be they're taking the best of a couple types of games, putting it together, but giving it to you in a free to play model and not forcing you to buy expansions. So I mean,
Mhm.
for me, this is what Destiny would have to be for me to play Destiny. So, and the gunplay is good. Even if it's basic, it's still good. The weapon sounds are great. The audio,
Oh yeah, very chunky.
yeah, the audio design, awesome. The visuals, very good. The character designs, yummy.
All right, you want the PG version of that, or do you want the rated 18 version of that?
Whatever. Hey,
Yeah.
they are hot. And
Yes.
those ladies are fine.
Oh yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That's another thing that I find it funny about
Butts.
about gaming media is some of them literally one of their complaints is that all the characters are too
Oh
attractive.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember hearing that.
has gaming media just lost their fucking mind? Like, do we have to have ugly, fat ass characters for them to be
Oh my
like?
goodness gracious me.
I mean, like, my lord,
You know-
man. This is the same people that were praising Concord when it looks like Hungry Hippo fucking joined the squad in Concord. I mean, my God.
Tell you what. we need an indie developer at the very least to mock that ideal that we need more ugly characters in the video games. I'm like, all right, let's challenge an indie dev to actually make a game with ugly characters, and let's see people buy that.
But
Let's see people go for it.
well, let's put it this way. Okay, Psychonauts, like Psychonauts, right? For example,
Yeah.
is a
It
series
has a very
where-
unique art style,
that makes the characters look,
big-headed.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But,
They have huge heads.
but Concord, literally, they went out there and just like made these weird ass fucking characters, and everybody's like representation. I'm like, for who? The person that
Woohoo.
for the person that sits there and eats Twinkies all day. I mean, yes, I want to see like Fat Albert run out on the battlefield. It's fucking weird. I feel like gaming journalism has. I'm glad I'm not part of it. I'm glad I'm just a guy who likes video games a lot. Because man, like identity politics and like politics in general have definitely like infested gaming journalism, especially with like Kotaku and PC Gamer and even Eurogamer for that matter. Like they are so heavily invested in any type of like political leaning in a video game. It is incredibly sad. But
Well, speaking of unique character designs, whether they're ugly or not, Bleeding Edge had some unique character designs.
yeah, yes they
If
did.
you remember that game.
Yeah, I played it. It wasn't great, but I played it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a guy with a fucking flamethrower for a gob that had an electric guitar. I mean, he looked badass. Was it Nordhog or something like that? Because his name was Norse, and I'd have to read the letters to find out how it's pronounced his name. But yeah,
like
you were saying
the characters were great in Bleeding Edge. The actual
Whereas the
gameplay was
not
not.
so much.
Yeah, not so much. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get all preachy.
Yeah.
It does bother me that games get hit just for not like
Ah, boy.
fitting into some type of like DEI bullshit. It's weird.
Yeah, right.
All right, so the other game that we played, and a lot of people watch me play it, obviously, is Still Wakes the Deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept my word. I played it all in one stream. Look at that. I did it.
I was actually quite surprised.
I will say I liked it. I liked it a lot. The ending was very sad, but I liked it a lot.
Depressing as all bollocks.
And I will say the voice acting top tier, top fucking tier, man.
And if you're a Scot, you gotta appreciate the fucking voice acting. If you don't, then what the fuck is wrong with you?
I will say I
It's top
appreciate
notch, man.
I
Top notch.
appreciate the subtitles to translate the slang.
Some of them I was like, that's not what that word means, because I know a bit of Scottish slang, and I'm like, that's not what that word means, but okay, close enough. Like canny and cannot, and a canoe, and yeah, those kind of words. I can't even doing that. I can't even do that, man. It's not available to me.
So I will say the game, yes, voice acting was on point. The game itself was excellent for what it was. It wasn't meant to be some like AAA spectacle. It was meant to be a narrative-driven experience, and it did that incredibly well. I'm very happy I sat down and spent the time to play it. I will give it a 9. I think it's definitely that, because it's a sum of all of its parts. The game looked nice. The atmosphere is great. It did actually make me feel fear. It made me feel a lot of things, which is great. Like, if a game makes you feel anything, it's automatically won. And I will say, for Silver's sake, this man should be very happy, because this is the development team that is working on the new Vampire the Masquerade game. So
okay, now that you just mentioned that, I can't believe I didn't fucking connect the dots.
Yeah.
But since this came out so well, I'm like, yeah, people should. I mean, if you don't like horror games, at least fucking watch someone play the goddamn game. At least do that. You owe it to yourself to do that. and now that I've actually seen this game from beginning to end, from your perspective,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, okay, I actually have quite a bit of faith now in the Chinese room. They seem to have the quality behind their work. They have the talent, and they know how to make a game authentic when it's based in a certain location. Because I mean, hell, as Tim said, the Scottish voice acting, mwah,
Yeah.
awesome.
And
And
like
I'm
I said,
glad they stuck with authenticity. Because if they didn't, I would have been very unhappy.
And considering Vampire the Masquerade 2 went through so many
Oh,
developers,
yeah,
right? To finally
it's been
end,
development hell. Let's be
for
honest.
them to end up with this development team coming out with this game with this quality, it's got to actually give a lot of faith to it, considering everything.
I hope this game needs more traction. Absolutely, it needs more traction. Spread the bloody word. Get these developers to a more known spectrum.
I think it being on Game
Let
Pass
their work
probably
be-
helped immensely.
I hope it did.
Yeah, you would
They
hope,
need
man.
to be. They need to be they need to be. I don't know. Seen. Yeah, there you go. They need to be seen because they did a great job. Oh, that voice acting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, and the music.
Yeah.
Great. The pacing was great too, from what I could tell.
And it was
Of course, I
about
shouldn't be talking about it. I didn't play it.
no, it was about dead on 5 hours too. It was about dead on 5 hours for the whole game.
And plus, it's not gonna break your bank either.
And you know what? I didn't feel like it was rushed. I didn't feel like it was dragged out. I feel like 5 hours was the perfect length for it. It had a beginning, a middle, and an end. So that's the best part about it, right? It didn't feel like they were trying to draw it out too long, because sometimes you can do that. It didn't feel like they were cutting corners to try and close it up quickly, which some games do that as well. So I feel like I feel like the length was perfect where it was, and it was great because you can sit down in one sitting and just play the whole entire thing and experience it that way. And that's the way I like to experience narrative games. A lot of them you can't do that. Like I want to play the Invisible, or was it Invincible? Sorry, and that game's like 13 hours. So obviously I'm not gonna be able to play it one day. But
I mean, I probably could, but it depends.
But
Yep, solid experience, solid 5 hours, worth the money, worth the experience. Praise the devs for good grand work. There you go. There's a Scottish word for you.
yeah,
Grand work, lads. Up your buyer and bloody continue on being smashing lads. There you go.
like to give you an idea, this is the next narrative game I'm gonna play. This will be my only tangent I go on. I promise. Well, fuck it, I don't really care, but not like tangents really matter. But yeah, this is the other game that I'm going to play.
Besides, we've only just started. It's all right.
Yeah, so this came out at the end of last year, and I've had this on my waiting list to play for a while. And it's basically the same type of game, like Rethink Human Domination, a story-driven adventure set in hard sci-fi world.
Did we hear of this? Did anyone have this on their list in November?
Yeah, I did. That's why I got the game. But I never ended up playing it. So it sat on my waiting list for a long time, and I really like really good sci-fi stuff. So I know we've had your horror, but I love my sci-fi, so I'm hoping this is just as good. I'm hoping. Who knows? But you can hope. But all right. So this today, actually, for the first time in forever, Silver came up with a topic for today. So the topic we're going to talk about today is...
Mind you, people, it's going to be a small bit depressing, but hey. Silver, it's kind of important for, if you like video games, it's kind of important.
Silver's all about depressing. So we're gonna.
No, I'm just.
No, I'm
I just like to
kidding.
throw in some seriousness once in a while. Once in a
No,
while,
no,
I'm
no,
not
no, it's
always
fine.
serious.
It's fine. It's fine. So we're gonna talk
Anything you'd
about
like.
generative AI in video games. I know that AI has been a hot topic for people, and a lot of people are just either completely for it or completely against it. Um, I I would say where I stand, at least, is I think there is places where AI could be useful. I don't know if I want it in anything that involves writing. Obviously not. But
No, thank you.
I feel like AI could be used as an assistance tool in actual development with like code and stuff. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
I
absolutely.
yeah, I think you could totally use AI for that. Or use AI for bug testing. Or,
Mm,
set up an AI bot to help you, run R&D in your game or whatever. That's perfectly
yeah,
fine. But I don't feel
yeah. I think
like
that she would help.
yeah, I don't think that you should be using AI to develop your whole game.
No, no.
That's
Maybe like, maybe you could use it for concepts of art, and then you create your own work
based on
by
the art.
being, from yeah, based on the AI generated work.
Yeah,
That way, it is made by you, just influenced or inspired by the AI images. Try that. Maybe that could work because, again, you're only using the AI art to inspire you to make something, not actually use as work in your game. That's acceptable. But putting that AI art in your game, no, absolutely not. Because that just removes the soul of human created art. And
yeah,
we you need to keep that in the video game, or even in movies and stuff like that, or even in even in visual novels. Same thing. It it needs to be your own work. It can't just be made through AI, otherwise it's not your game. You had someone else do your dirty work, and that's lazy as fuck. I do not tolerate that shit at all. I
that's
don't
true.
like laziness when it comes to video game design. Don't be lazy.
Yeah,
Try to look for inspirations, yes, but don't use the AI to do the dirty work for you. Don't do that,
okay. So
especially for art and writing.
I feel like this article is a little off kilter at some points. Like it
Mhm.
says, as the video game industry cuts thousands upon thousands of jobs, publishers looking new way to save on cost. The reason the video game industry is cutting thousands upon thousands of jobs is because the video game industry was booming during COVID.
Yep,
People
yep.
were all home. They were all looking for entertainment, and they were buying video games. Even people that
Hmm.
normally didn't play video games were playing video games. So now that people have gone back to their normal life and inflation is taking over the whole entire world, giving people less money to actually spend on the hobbies that they
Yeah,
enjoy, yes, people are
yeah,
having to cut back, which means if you want to continuously have more profit year over year over year, you're going to have to cut a whole bunch of people because all these people were hired
yep.
during
Vicious
COVID
cycle.
time, yeah, to make all the products that you were enjoying during COVID. And now that the world's going back to quote unquote normal, whatever you want to consider normal,
Hmm.
it's basically a lot of companies are having to cut back because they overhired, they overspent, and now
Yep.
they turned off like people have turned off the faucet of money because they actually have to live and have real lives, and companies are having
Yep.
to react to that. So like this idea that AI generation is the uh what if the game stuck in an AI generated game? I guarantee you, I will see that within the next 6 months while I'm looking for games for the podcast. It'll be like
You
I
know,
am stuck in an AI generated game.
that would be very on the nose, and it would need to be like, what's the term I'm looking for?
coming
What,
to
slapstick? Almost
coming
slapstick comedy or something like that.
coming to anime this fall season. I was reincarnated in an AI generated game.
I'm kind of shocked that, you know
Uh,
what?
That hasn't happened
look
yet.
up to see if I might look up and see if there's actually an anime based on fucking AI
Yeah,
like that.
but
Not Ergo Proxy. That's different entirely. That
but
was a very confusing anime.
I know the AI is a controversial topic, but all I gotta say is this, right?
Yep.
I feel like if EA is and Microsoft are gonna use this as to write quest lines and to write dialogue, it's gonna end
Fuck
up
no.
poorly as long as you don't have oversight.
Yep.
Oversight is
Yep.
important. You can have AI do a lot of things, but if a human looks at it afterwards and goes, "Holy shit, that's fucking terrible," and don't use it, that's fine. But if you're like, "Hey, we cut a few more jobs, we'll just have the AI do everything," and then you don't have any oversight of the AI, your game's gonna
Yeah,
suffer in
no.
the quality and everything else. Because say what you want,
And you'd be like, wait, what quality?
say what you want though, EA has been bashed for the quality of their games for years, right? And
No shit.
either the quality or the monetization of their games, or both.
Mm,
So I feel like if depending on how EA is using I feel like it really isn't going to make that much of a difference when it comes to the actual quality of their games. Now
so
Microsoft on
long
the
as
other
they use it the right way. But
now
no,
Xbox
EA,
now Xbox on the other hand, uh, they said they want to use it to write in-game quests and dialogue. Now I feel
No.
like
that's bad.
like I said, this is the way I feel about it. If you have oversight, it could work, but I also feel
Yeah,
like
but
it's a
you
terrible
definitely
idea.
need oversight.
But I also feel like it's a
It's a
terrible
terrible
idea.
idea. Hell, did you hear about the game that a developer actually tried to make using AI only? It went poorly as all shit.
Well, there's actually a detective game on Steam that I played where it used AI for the dialogue of everybody in the game when it came to like you were a detective and you were trying to interrogate all these people or like investigate them all, and it would prompt dialogue based on AI, and like
Hmm.
sometimes it worked great, sometimes it didn't. So like the problem is
Yeah.
that are we talking about AI now? Are we talking about AI 5 years from now? Are we talking about AI 10 years from now? Because AI right now is very flawed, right? AI right
Yep.
now is
Yep.
extremely flawed. Not even
'Cause-
ChatGPT or whatever version of AI you're using, right? I feel
Because
like
I've heard.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I just feel like AI is going to continue to improve, but is that a good thing or a bad thing? But I'm saying if you're going to use it in your video games 5 years down the line and it's that much more intelligent and has that much more knowledge base, it might actually it might actually not be terrible.
Because I think I've actually heard like AI used voice acting in games, and it's so blatantly obvious that it's AI that it sounds so bad.
Yeah,
The tone is so, it just doesn't sit right. So you're like, I don't want to listen to this. It just doesn't. It removes all humanity from it. So it just sounds like a robot's talking. So I'm like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. My emotional attachment to this game is completely down the toilet, and now I don't care. So whatever I do in the game, I don't feel like there's no consequences, nothing like that. There's no soul attached to it, so it doesn't sound right.
well, thank you for that.
Doesn't sit
Let's
well.
maybe we're gonna check out this out. So let's maybe point
let's
me
have
at
a
this.
look.
The girl does not exist. This girl is the first game of its kind. Everything you see here, including art, story, characters, and even voiceover, was generated by machine learning AI. Check out this trailer and see how fantastic it is.
For me, life is all about the simple things. Good laugh, great books, beautiful music, and unique experiences. The only thing I hate is boredom.
What is this game supposed to be? Just like a match 3 game? Unique, beautiful AR,
People say that I am
voiceover relaxing.
and they often ask me why I haven't broken yet. Well,
So basically, it's just an AI possibilities game. That's interesting, but very poor. Like, it's not bad, but it's definitely something you can make. And what's that AI art program that I used to use all the time? I don't remember.
Which you wouldn't be able to tell if it was real. The voice acting? Yes, you fucking could.
Yeah, you
can definitely tell if there's a voice acting AI. You could definitely tell.
Yeah,
if you can't, then I'm like, well,
no, you know what has
you really don't know the tone or the feeling of being a human is.
Well, you know what has AI voice acting is the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finals has AI voice acting.
You can tell too.
Yeah,
I think I've heard some of the voice acting in that, and I was like, that doesn't sound right.
The game's awesome, but the voice acting is kind of weird. But like it's the game's
take you out of it.
The game's not really like the amount of voice acting in the game is so minimal anyway. I don't even know why they bothered to do that. I mean, it's a it's a fucking PvP game where you're gonna be listening to people bitch at you. Like voice acting is like the lowest common denominator in all of this.
Right.
It's very
because even with the announcer voice was just. It was bad. I was like, look, I've heard of many announcer voices over the years, and that just sounded like the worst I've ever heard.
Boom shakalaka!
Especially if you compare it to, like, even arena shooters of old, like Unreal Tournament 2004, or Quake 3, or TF2 even.
Yeah.
Or even the original Team Fortress, if you've ever played that, which I have not, because...
No,
wow.
I have not.
Old school. Old school.
So, on a side note, I watched Garfield, right? Like, this is just
You watched a movie?
Yeah, I watched Garfield, right? So, everybody was telling me Chris Pratt was, like, the Antichrist, and it was the worst movie ever made, and I decided to sit down because I was bored one day, and I watched it with my youngest son. And one thing, he loved it, and also I really liked it too. Is it a good Garfield movie? Probably not. Is it a good movie in general? I think it is for kids. I think it's an immensely great movie for kids. Has a good message.
Showed the original cartoon.
He still loves food. He still loves pizza and lasagna. But I don't think that it was as bad as people say. I think people like to just shit on Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
He gets too many voice acting roles, and
he does.
Get that bag, Chris Pratt, because you know what, my son doesn't care. He likes you as Mario and as Garfield. But
hey, to each their own.
He's 8 years old. Like, does my 8-year-old care who Chris Pratt is?
No, of course not. He's not gonna give a flying fuck.
Yeah, that's
too young to care. I mean, why would you care anyway?
Here's my point: is why are adults
just enjoy your childhood?
Why do adults care what kids are listening to as a voice actor? Why?
Yeah.
And tell me 15 really good ones who could play Garfield right now.
I don't know, honestly.
The problem is
someone with a deep voice, perhaps.
I know, but this generation doesn't have that many. Doesn't have very many actors that are really good at voice acting. What are you gonna? Nicolas Cage is Garfield. Like, no.
No, I don't think I could imagine Nicolas Cage as Garfield.
Tom Cruise is Odie. Like, no.
No, just what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
No. Hell no.
I saw that
one. Doesn't Odie not even talk?
No, Odie doesn't talk in it, but Odie's fucking hilarious in the movie, though. Odie's hilarious because Odie's the smart one. So, like, the whole time...
Which is baffling.
Yeah, but, basically, Garfield does a lot of, like, slapstick comedy in the new movie. And Odie is the one who gets to laugh at him the whole time. It's very funny.
Huh.
It's very...
In the cartoons, I believe it's the other way around, where Odie
is... It is, like I said, is it for old school Garfield fans? No.
Nah.
Do I think it could have been a completely different character in the movie and still been good? Yes. But is it a good movie? Yes. See, that's the point, right? It's
Yep.
not
Hey, if you enjoyed it,
yeah. Like I went into it thinking it was going to be dog shit, like, and it wasn't. And then I'm in the middle of watching the new Horizon Western movie that has Kevin Costner in it. It just came out like a couple weeks ago, but that movie's 3 hours long, so I'm only halfway through it. And he plans on making 4 parts to that movie, so it's going to be like 12 and a half hours to watch this whole entire thing. So,
holy shit.
yeah, Odie's actually much smarter, especially in the comic, or like
Because
you're used to the cartoon.
in the cartoons,
yeah,
in the cartoons, he just seems like the idiot.
Yeah,
of the two.
which is funny because they take liberties there too.
Yeah, I'm like, although Garfield isn't exactly what I'd call smart either. Okay.
Yeah, they delayed the next few parts because the movie bombed at the box office big time with maybe. So, I know he already filmed part 2. So, Horizon Part 1 and Horizon Part 2 are already done. Who knows if we're gonna get 3 and 4? I don't know. But I'm watching the first one, and as a person who likes westerns, I have no problem with it. Like I've enjoyed what I've seen of it so far. I haven't watched the whole movie, so I don't know. Yeah, but other than that, we're gonna talk about our giant. Well, I would say between the two of us, our giant fucking list of games for the rest of July, which is
forgive the indie fest that I've literally just shot it down on that list. It's nothing but indies.
Yeah,
really.
Dude, we have.
Sorry to inform you guys of those that like the AAA games.
Well, the
That don't have
problem
any
is, remember, this list started yesterday, right? So a lot of these games are already out, but there's a lot of games that are coming out this month. We're not going to be competitive about this, but Silver, we are going to do our game of the month prediction. So you just have to pick one out of your whole.
What was our? Okay.
Yeah, the game you think is going to be the best out of the whole bunch, and I'm not.
Well, EDF is out of the question. So
yeah, I'm taking EDF out of it, right? Because I feel like EDF's going to be great, but any of the other ones.
I think I have. I think I have one. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I can see one of those being.
And also, for the people here live, you're going to see this like. There is a crazy amount of games on my list that I already own, so get prepared to see them at some point. So,
and I have none of the games on my list.
Don't worry, Silver. Yes, you. I've actually started working on getting you one of the horror games that is coming out later this month. So, no, I mean for you. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9th game from the bottom is the one that I would probably seek out the most due to its style. You'll see in the trailer. I've already heard of this game. I've already seen a demo being played of it like a year ago. I already know what it's based on, but I'd have to keep myself in the know. You know me, horror games. I'd have to keep myself in the know.
All right, so me and Silver are going to go back and forth with this. Back and forth style, like hot potato. All right, I'm gonna go first. I got Evil v Evil is the first game on my list. It came out yesterday, and
What's your name?
it says sitting at mostly positive, which is great. It is a 4-person co-op shooter based on vampires.
Oh no! Tim, I'm getting a flashback.
Yeah.
Pull me back, quick! Help! No! As soon as you put vampires and with 4 players, I get unfortunately.
Redfall, baby.
Memories. God damn it! He said the thing. He said the thing.
But no, I will say the game actually looks quite excellent. I want to get away from the word trailer.
Yeah.
But it's a literal arena 4-person shooter based on vampires.
It could work so long as they don't pull a Redfall. Although at least the cutscenes are actually animated, unlike Redfall.
It's kind of like taking vampires and putting them in Killing Floor.
you have a point. I'm like, hey, you know what? We have a zombie arena shooter with 4 players, so why not try it with vampires?
Yeah, there's evil v
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah, you know what? I am getting the Killing Floor vibe. You are right. It really does feel like a Killing Floor-esque
Yeah.
team shooter, just with vampires and powers.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Silver's
see.
first game is Vorax.
I know. It's got some strange names here. The games. Strange names. Strange insight. At least that's only $20.
It's going to get real ugly as soon as
And this is one of those icky wiki ones.
You like the icky wiki.
I know, what a fucking term. Icky wiki.
Yo, bro, you like that icky wiki?
Well, at least this game doesn't look like garbage.
No, it doesn't. Which is funny
Oh, it
because
even has
it's developed and published by Indigala.
Isn't Indigala
A website?
that
Yeah.
site that we don't use for obvious reasons?
Well,
Well-
they've improved the site, but it's still shit. But yeah. But
Okay,
they do publish decent games though.
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay, well-
even Green Man Gaming publishes video games. I mean,
Oh yeah, which is pretty cool. Well, hopefully this can actually work well enough.
yeah.
We shall see.
My next one is Yowling Mythical Journey. It is a Eastern fantasy RPG.
Something that we can all appreciate, so long as it's actually good.
Well, the animations and the character models are already beautiful on top of that.
Oh yes, adorable.
So it's a strategy RPG, to give her some clarification on that.
Ooh. Yes, definitely impressive animation. Smooth. Very colorful. It feels like we're watching an anime, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, if it plays anywhere near as good as it looks, you're sold.
So we're basically like, we use talismans as what, buffs or something,
Yes.
or summonings. Yeah. Okay.
And we've got a lot of games like that this month, actually, like in this styling. I guess you could
I
say.
do love that hybrid of 2D and 3D, modeling and in like a 2D models in a 3D background. I love that for some reason. It's like, it reminds me like very like Paper Mario kind of thing.
And the
you know,
good
kind of
part
thing.
is we already have 332 very positive reviews to make it so I feel better about my choice.
Hey, right?
All right, next on the 18th we have SCP-087, which is from the SCP series that Silver adores.
Well, this is supposedly a remake of the original SCP-097. Sorry, 087, excuse me. 097 is a totally different SCP. Yes, this is basically a remake. And it definitely looks more involved, I guess, or maybe, definitely easier on the eyes. It's not as, because in the original game, there would be like this huge brick wall, and you would only be able to see the staircase. You would not be able to see what's like in between the stairwell. But in this game, it's like more open, where it literally is like just a tower of stairs that never ends.
I've never asked this before, Silver. How about you explain the SCP universe a bit here?
So, from what I know of the SCP Foundation, is that it was created well over a decade ago by some like-minded horror fanatics. And basically what an SCP is it could be an object or a creature or a person even that has like supernatural powers or scientific powers and is like a danger to the world. Or there's like 3 categorization of SCPs: Safe, Keter, and Euclid. Euclid being the worst and the most dangerous, and Safe being, well, safe, but in some variations of SCPs that's not actually true. But basically, it's a foundation that confines these SCPs, which is Secure, Contain, Protect. That's the acronym, and
Yeah.
it keeps them confined in sites that are like their locations are redacted, and they keep them hidden from the world to basically prevent, like, apocalypses or outbreaks or stuff like that. Disasters.
Okay.
Then they study these SCPs basically, and that's pretty much what I see with what the SCP Foundation and SCPs are in general.
And
just
that's
a
what
quick
started
summary.
the series of games that have gone to come on
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh yes, yes. There's tons of SCP games.
Yes,
Even
there
like a multiplayer shooter that you can play, where you play as Ninetale Fox soldiers, and you go in and hunt down SCPs. And if you want to look up the SCPs, just go to scpfoundation.com or the wiki itself and have a gander. There you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Learn all you can about the thousands of SCPs. Over 3,000. Or was it
So
4?
this next one's really hard for me to talk about. This is Gestalt Steam and Cinder. I think I've played this before. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I played this before. And
Check out Tim Dog Rev on Twitch.
Yeah.
While you're at it.
I would say I was very impressed with my time with this game so far, so I would give it a mostly positive review as well. And I would give, like, the description is good. It's a mixture of 16, 32-bit, like, graphics, and, yeah, a twist-laden narrative. And this is all, like, I guess it's all hand-drawn. That's fucking...
I love the art style. And especially the steampunk aesthetic as well. Love it. Steampunk and cyberpunk are two of my most favorite, universe, kind of like worlds. Or themes, sorry, yeah, themes.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see it.
Name.
I'm very excited to see where this goes going forward. It seems like the game has a lot going for it, and I beat the first boss on the first try, so I'm already in good shape.
Indeed.
All right.
All about the timing to fight those.
It's funny.
nasties.
So I got offered a key for your next game that you have coming up.
Oh,
which
Space
is
Prison.
Space Prison. Yes, I got offered a key.
I know. What a name for the game, huh?
Yeah.
And you will see why it actually piqued my interest.
Oh, because she's got boobs. No, I'm sorry.
No.
It helped.
No, it didn't. No, it's because of the gameplay. You know, I think it reminded me of
it's a tactical strategy.
It reminded me of that game that you and Ray have played. I just can't remember what it was.
One Time in Eden.
Yes, that's it. Yes, that's the game. Yes, it reminded me of that.
Yeah, which is basically like Mega Man Battle Network, which is the inspiration for that. But yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. All right, here's another one that I already own, which is and it's on Game Pass, so Silver can play it too. Magical Delicacy.
Yes, I've been having a look at that a couple of times. Every time I see it, I'm like, what's this? I'm like, wait, you've already looked at it like 3 or 4 times this week.
So it is literally a pixel art platformer where you go searching for ingredients.
Ooh, make those delicious meals.
Yeah, so you go around a magical world and look for ingredients to make food with.
Because why the hell not?
This is on Game Pass and Steam and has a demo. Demo alert, as we would say.
Yes, we definitely need to pay attention to that.
But I would highly recommend giving the demo a shot. And I'm very excited to finally try it out, because I like cooking games in general. And I like platforming. So I feel like this is a game made for me.
Hey.
And I'm sorry, the demo for that was fun. Awesome. All right. So next on the list from Silver is
this Kogi pocket.
Spare Devil.
I know, right? Spare Devil.
Oh my God, it's a bowling game. Oh, it's a
Yes, it's a bowling retro shooter. You heard me right.
Oh my
Bowling
God, bro.
retro shooter. A BRS. It's a burst. I like the look of it. I was like, hey, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen a first-person shooter with bowling balls in before as a weapon. And I'm like,
I like
oh.
prologues only
I dig it.
for story-based games. I like demos for anything else. Prologue for a story-based game is fine.
Yeah. That's why it's called Spare Devil. I'm like, I got it.
That's
A
a good.
freaking pun on bowling. I love it.
And if you
Ooh, look at that triple jump.
if you die, you get a gutter ball. So I will say, Silver, you win the developer name of the month so far. Sludge Pipe Game.
Oh, you know what also this reminds me of?
Hmm.
There's a game that's similar to this, but with daggers, but with a dagger instead.
Really?
I forgot what it was called, but yeah, because basically what these games are is that they're endless, and you try to get as
Yeah,
high
it's
of a
like
score
an
as possible.
arcade like.
Yeah, score
scoring
shooters,
system.
score
Yeah.
shooters is how I'd call them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Devil daggers. That's it. It's called Devil daggers. It's like that,
Nice.
but with a crazy take of using fucking bowling balls. Love it.
I do find that great, and it has a demo. We have to mention that.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
It has
next
a
one on my
demo.
list is Outrage Fight Fest,
We got it. The world's first mega
which is a 16-person mega brawler.
Everyone.
Holy shit!
Everything is a weapon in Outrage
A
Fight.
lot of fucking people.
Compete and dish out defeat. Punish your opponents. With
I will be playing this on.
Oh.
I will be playing this on Sunday and giving away keys if you guys
Throw it
want
all.
later on.
Deal damage.
I already have keys for the game, so I will be
Get
playing
big.
it.
Everything is a weapon, including yourself.
Becoming king of the arena.
I could see that being extremely chaotic if you had
Yeah, that's right.
Bang grenade.
fucking hell, the chaos.
They sent me like 8 keys and then asked me if I wanted more.
Own the arena across every game.
Oh, sure, send me more.
For the flag. Steal
I like the name of the developer, Hardball Games.
Yeah.
Hardball, giggity.
Me and TJ will enjoy the shit out of this. I'm telling you right now.
And it is, well, I mean, right now until the end of the month, it is on for sale 50% off, and it is at a reasonable $10 afterwards. Hey,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Outrage.
Not bad for what you're offering. Actually, yeah, these guys know how to price accordingly. And look how many characters there are, too. That's actually not that bad. 15 for now, and then more is coming soon.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good. Nice little variety of characters. Very wacky style, especially the guy in the fucking dinosaur for
Yeah, you gotta
suit.
have one in the dinosaur suit, man. It's mandatory. All right, Silver's next game is State of Matter.
State of matter. It's all but a matter of time. Ha, ha.
They provided me with 10 so far. Let's maybe no, not far off.
Mm.
State of Matter is a first-person puzzle action shooter. Oh God, it's a
Yes,
race. It's a race game.
I was going to say, I was actually I saw this game, and I was like, you know what? Because I don't usually pick games that, not, you know, that just, I usually pick games that I would like to play, or I might want to play.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? For once, let's actually pick something that even Ray might even be interested in. So I found this, and I was like, why not? Put it on the list.
Sure, why not, man?
Bring it up to Ray. And why not? Wow, that looks that little part of the those pink crystal jumping platform section
Yeah.
looked a bit
rock
Yeah, touch and go.
rock and stone. That's all I think about is when you do the platforms in Deep Rock.
Rock and stone,
Yeah,
everyone.
that's all I can think about.
Oh my.
What?
You can form crystal structures with the secondary fire. Ah,
Nice.
interesting.
So my next game is Flock, which is another Game Pass game.
I think I noticed that coming out.
So this is a multiplayer co-op game about the joy of flight and collecting adorable flying creatures with your friends.
Great abundance.
It is totally a chill game. It's kind of like Lightyear Frontier in that fact. Like there's no enemies, there's no bullshit. You just play a game with your friends and chill out and have fun.
One of the renowned
Very
riders
colourful.
of the uplands.
Yeah.
They've
I
heard
like
the
games with
are on its trail.
bright,
This
eye-catching
island
visuals.
is going to need
It does
some
not
help.
have to be, fucking
Call
realistic
some
at all.
friends over.
No.
No, but it looks
In fact,
really
the
pretty,
more
man. It
attempts
looks
to avoid
pretty.
For a
and
game like
interesting.
this,
But the pack of
for a game
birds
like this, I'd say the more
created
realistic
wild
looks, the more it
as
takes
the
away from
wild
its
gives up the chase.
own, I don't know, its own
Bird
soul or
riders
its own
often
feel.
work
Because I'm like,
together,
not every game has to look bloody
spotting
realistic.
potential creatures for one
Very true.
another.
Because that
Doesn't-
kind of defeats the
Gathering out
purpose of it being a video
Great
game.
flocks.
It's supposed to be just like an art form. That's what
Knows
video
the
games
secret
are, an
song
art form.
to charm Emperor
It could be
Cosmo
beautiful and
as
it could be
Emperor
ugly.
takes it into its flock.
Very true.
Uh,
The
have you
bird
ever
riders
seen
are
footage of a
also
game called Ill?
shepherds, tending
Yeah,
the flocks
there you go.
It can be ugly.
Visceral and ugly. Yes, visceral and ugly, but a little too much on the lifelike kind of detail.
And these
Ugh.
gentle creatures provide their riders with
But
a
yeah.
precious gift,
And then you compare it to something like this, which is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous and pretty.
protecting them from the
Which I
chilly
didn't think I'd say the
winds
word pretty
scour
for a video game, but there you go.
It's pretty
in this realm.
That's pretty.
and flowery.
Day brings new creatures
Yes.
and
Very
sounds. Is it flying solo or with
No,
friends?
it actually does look really nice.
Who knows? You'll
it does.
find out there.
All right.
I see it has that look of, Adventure Time.
Yes.
I see the art style is similar to that,
All right. So next,
especially with the characters' eyes and
Army should
models.
hug.
But yeah.
Silver's next game is the Untold Legends Baba Yaga.
Yes. Yeah, apparently I've got quite a list of horror stuff.
No, you are, bro.
I know. I'm kind of killing it this month. From what I saw of all these games, it's like, damn, dude.
Dang it.
How many horror games is this now?
I've got
Shit.
to learn solo this
Yeah.
What a month! What a month!
I wonder what I'll find inside.
What a month!
Better watch my step.
First in a
Dragonfly
series-
Game Studios.
That's a very ambitious thing to say. The first in a series of exploration horror games.
Hmm.
I have had enough of this place, John.
Well, if you do well enough,
Told the boss about that campus creeping around
if
these.
it comes out, if it comes out in order.
And keeping an eye on them.
By that I mean,
I think I found one of their
as few bugs as you can manage.
Oh, you
And,
mean you mean not jumping off a platform and rolling for 30 minutes and then having to reset your game?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
What? Sorry, what?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bash on the game, but the voice acting was pretty rough too. Like the cutscenes were a bit jumpy.
no animal like that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and-
let's not bash
it-
that game.
no, and
I'm surprised
it
you
is-
didn't talk
it-
about that since you
it-
played
it-
quite a bit. You've actually finished it. I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't talk about it.
Because I don't review games that I get paid to play.
Ah, gotcha. That's a good point.
Morality code there.
Hmm.
All right, but yeah.
I still would, but I
Oh,
would. But I would
okay,
not
it gets a
let the-
3 out of 10. It runs, but it doesn't do much more than that. There, how's that better?
I mean, it's just for me, it's an integrity thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I will not let that stop me from being honest. Fuck no.
Oh no, I
My honesty
was
is more
I was
important to
very
me.
I was
My
very
integrity is
honest
more
with
important.
them too.
Mm.
So welcome to
I'm
Hot
glad they understood.
Hot Lap Racing,
Hot lap racing.
which is basically an
What's hot about it?
arcadey version of like F1.
Ah.
You want a
I was
good
gonna say, what's so hot
indie
about
race?
it?
You want a good indie racing game? That's what this is.
Definitely looks like one. It's got the feel of a Formula One. Or F1, however you wish to
Yeah,
call it.
so it's basically, instead of being photorealistic, it is more of like an like animated, you know, style thing, but it's got all the same bells and whistles that you get in like an F1.
And that's fine,
Yeah,
at least in my opinion.
I think there needs to be more competition in the space. I mean, the game's
Yeah.
currently $25, and I think that's a good price for a good racing game. And the graphics look impressive for a $25 game. For $25, you can get a lot of crap. Yeah, I agree, Drew. Look great.
You're not wrong about that, Tim.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that are pretty shitty that you can pay $25 for.
Oh yeah. I could name a few, but I won't.
Alright, next one is Hydrogen.
I know, the game name threw me off. I was like, what's this got to do with hydrogen?
I was waiting for Peroxide.
Hydrogen peroxide.
No, that's the sequel they're holding up, you know. A thrilling role-playing ARPG. That's not the name I think of when I think of ARPG. But yeah.
Right. That's why I said I don't understand why it's called hydrogen. Is it based on Jupiter? That would make the most sense, but no, it's not.
Right.
So like, oh. Hey, I like my RPGs, regardless of what they are.
Yeah, we play Diablo 4. We'll play anything. No, actually, this time I've been having a lot more fun with Diablo.
Yeah, I will say, as I said before, the loot has gotten better.
Yeah.
It's just everything else. Well, and the sorceress actually feels better too playing.
Okay.
Everything else is the same.
That's okay.
That all just
Luke,
feels the same.
Luke can change a lot, man. Luke can change a lot.
Especially for Diablo 4, it needed the fucking goddamn change because it was
Yeah.
shit when it
Yeah,
came
exactly.
out. It was fucking
That'd
shit.
be like Borderlands, and they only gave you 2 guns. Yeah, like what would be the point of playing it?
Oh, right? I'm like, excuse me, on the back of the goddamn game case, it actually says Brazilians of guns.
No, I mean,
Bullshit.
But here's my thing, right? Is like, why would you bother playing a game like that if they kneecap you? I mean, that's essentially what they're doing. They're basically just kneecapping your character to make it so you have to work harder to enjoy the game.
Exactly. I mean, you know, I'm like,
Too many
this is
games
like,
do that.
you know,
Like Helldivers has done that. A lot of games. Diablo has done that. Where they could just let you enjoy the game and have the power trip, but they're too busy just trying to keep you locked into the game by basically kneecapping you and nerfing you into the fucking ground.
Precisely. Warframe does a great job for that. For providing you with the power fantasy, as we call it.
Alright, next game is Bow, Path of the Teal Lotus. This is from Humble Games. This is
Oh shit!
another
Had to make that
Eastern-inspired game. This one's based on Japanese folklore.
Oh, yeah. Since that is Chinese in name, pretty sure that's Bo.
This literally came out like 4 hours ago.
Whoosh.
And I own it.
Beautiful art style as usual. A lot of these games have gorgeous artwork. Absolutely gorgeous.
I will say Humble Games kills it, man.
There's also just something about Asian games, especially Chinese games in particular, of this, you know, especially Chinese indie games. They have like this amazing art style that just feels like it's straight out of like their scripts. Like, have you seen those Chinese scripts of like their history and stuff like that? It looks like that, but you know, with fluidity and beautiful visuals.
Yeah,
very
you know what?
colorful.
You know what I could compare this like gameplay wise to? Like if Hollow Knight and Ori had a baby.
Or that what's that game called? Bladed something. I've played it myself, and it's very similar in art style.
I'm
Just
playing
that one has a bit more of a painted art style.
If you guys are interested, I'm playing this on Friday and giving away a copy of the game. So
It's gorgeous.
I have a dare drop for this game. This is a dare drop. All right.
I also love what they do with water. They just like use like waves, like that kind of like like wave
Yeah.
painted kind of like I'm not sure how to explain it, but if you've ever seen those kind of like paper like puppet shows or something like that, they
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
with the water.
Taking
Oh, it's,
18.
it's gorgeous. Takes me back to my childhood actually, seeing that kind of stuff.
All right.
Don't know why.
Back to the scary shit. Forgotten Bunker, 1939.
Back to the scary shit.
No, I'm like,
Back to the scary
I've got
shit.
a beautiful Eastern folklore game, and then Silver's like, I shoot shit in the bunker.
I choose horror game.
Yeah.
No!
And this is why this works. This is why this works.
The developer name Let Me Out Games.
Let me out.
Let me out. To anyone that's played Quake 2, you will get the reference. Let me out. Wait, is this Backrooms related? Those walls look familiar.
No, it's the back. It's not the back rooms. It's the bathrooms. Remember?
Ugh, gross. Got some creepy looking fucking enemy design. Oh, this one definitely, there's probably a bit too much screen shaking there, my god. Ugh.
Get
Might
motion
make me
sickness.
get a bit nauseous, yeah. It might make me a bit nauseous. Hopefully
you're-
you can turn that tune that down. Thank you.
No, the only option is to make it more aggressive.
I would keep it as low as I can. My god. So you play as Private Jacob, an American soldier caught in the fury of World War II bombing raid. Oh my. Oh dearie me. Which turns out to be a demonic portal in time. Oh noes! A lot of weapon variety though.
And then
Probably be very familiar with those weapons.
Doom Guy comes to save you at the last second.
Just fucking hit his badass guitar and drums, thrumming the shit out of it. Yeah, hell yeah. Wow, this conversation has definitely changed. It's tone. Yeah, tone.
So now we're back to the cute stuff because it's my turn. So we're gonna talk about Shim.
Shim. I thought it was called Skim at first, but
Oh.
now I'm not so sure.
So it's a game about jumping from shadow to shadow. It's a 3D platformer where you're basically trying to use the shadows and use the camera to create shadows to process your way through environment.
What a neat little feature. A definitely intriguing style of game.
Yeah.
And look at that, utilizing the color palette and then making shadows out of the objects.
All right, your next game better be dark and evil because we need this contract to continue.
It could be. I mean, well,
Silver doesn't let me down, guys. Silver doesn't let me down.
hey, most of that list is literally by order of date. At least I tried to follow that.
So Silver's next game is Field of the Dead. Yes, very cheerful, everybody. Oh yeah, he didn't let
I'm
me down.
sorry
He
for not-
didn't let me down.
I'm sorry for not picking any cutie looking games.
No, I love the contrast.
Yeah.
I hop from shadow to shadow, and Silver's like, I blast you in the face.
I am here slaying undead.
Like I have the cutesy games now. What the fuck?
I know. What have you become? You've become mermaids. Ooh, I'm so sorry.
I always like that hand drawn style though.
Mhm.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
I don't-
Same here. Same here.
And it's not that I don't like horror games. It's just that I like certain types of horror. I'm more of like a psychological horror guy than a horror guy. That's why
Yeah.
Still Wakes the Deep appealed to me so much because it's more of like a psychological horror game.
Mm-hmm. Then you definitely enjoy the first Amnesia. Absolutely. That is more of that kind of game.
Nice. All right. Next one on the list. It's actually not a cutesy game.
And also that Field of the Dead also has co-op. 4-player co-op.
Nice. So now we're back to Game Pass territory. Because Game Pass is having a big week this week, if you can't tell. It's Flintlock, Siege of Dawn.
Yes, I've seen GameRanks' review on it and Alex's review of the Inquisition Room.
And it's got a
Alex
demo.
actually gave it an 8 out of 10, believe it or not.
It's got a demo. And it's on Game Pass, so it comes out tomorrow.
And so, from what I've heard, is that this is far more enjoyable than that piece of crap that came out in January. You know what game it is? Begins with an F,
Yeah.
if I recall. You know, it has the cuff and
Yeah.
the
Forspoken.
Yeah, that piece of crap. And this is definitely much better than that. The voice acting is so much vastly superior.
No,
The dynamic between the two characters is also far more tolerable.
No, they said this game is more like a Souls Light than a Souls Light.
Yes. Yeah. From what I've seen of the gameplay footage, yeah. Definitely. I'll agree with that, yeah. It also has a pretty cool little neat like grappling system. Except with the grappling hook you use the creature that you have with you as the as the grapple hook. Which is pretty cool. Oh, from the makers of Ashen, which I have actually played, which is fucking hard as all bollocks. I actually wouldn't have minded playing that with you co-op.
There you go.
Sadly, it's no longer on Game Pass. Pity.
What, Ashen?
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashen is no longer on Game Pass, I don't think, so
But yeah,
otherwise that would have been pretty challenging.
I'm
co-op
looking
game
pretty
played.
forward to this one. I'm probably gonna try it out. I don't know if it's gonna be on stream or not, but fuck it, we'll still play it.
That is up to you.
I don't have to play
Yeah.
everything on stream. I don't want to be
No.
one of those streamers where it's like I was gonna play it in my own time, but I figured I had to play it on stream. No, I don't.
No, you play what you want, whenever you want, wherever you want.
All right, Silver's
That's
next
what
one
I
is
said.
The Last Whisper, which is actually one I did see. I wasn't sure about quality, but you know, I'm glad you
Yeah.
took the plunge.
I understand, considering it looks like, you know, the game that was actually a scam.
Well, you know what? You know what actually looks like the game that was a scam, Once Human, but it ends up being really good.
True. There you have it. Yeah, we'll see if this actually is legit or not. At least it's cooperative.
Yes, exactly. There is so much coming out this week in general. This fucking
I know, right?
dude. All right, so let's continue this week. So next one on my list is Norland, which came out, comes out tomorrow. Viewers to suggest a game to play and they play it for like 20 minutes. Well, I would be willing to do that if you guys come up with a game that you agree on. I'd be willing to do that.
I mean, 20 minutes isn't much time to get into a game, unfortunately.
No,
But
I'd do it.
hey,
I would
respect
do it.
their,
I would do it for an hour.
or half an hour at the very
Yeah.
least.
At least dig into it. But
Depending on
yeah,
what kind of game it is.
so this is Norland, which is a game that I love the sense of humor of, and they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to play their game. And I was like, of course. So,
Medieval colony sim.
yeah,
Sure, why not? Wow. Wow, they don't hold any punches. I just saw that.
yeah, that's what I said. I really enjoyed it.
You know what? Because this has base building, it's my kind of game.
Yeah, but if you guys come up with a
I
game
love
that you
this
both want me to play, I'll do it.
Yeah, I could. Banished, if you have it. I'd say give Banished a go.
Oh, you mean the one with the
Yeah,
husband?
medieval base building. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Medieval base building kind of game.
Yep.
Well, you
Sure.
know, formulate your own village and you can turn it into a city if you play long enough. It does have mods too, so if you wanted to spice things up or make things easier.
All right,
Welcome to Norway.
Silver's next
In
one
this
is
video, we
Tormentus.
will dis-
I know, what a name.
And we know it has a demo because it has its own theme page.
Hey!
Is this a dungeon crawler? Yeah, it's okay. Like a dungeon creator.
Mm.
Oh, it's prepare your dungeons against. Oh, so you basically you can. It's tower defense, but it's a dungeon defense game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And weirdly enough, it has a very Diablo-esque UI.
Yeah, as long as it like isn't Barbie or lamb chops, I'll play a game.
Right.
You can troll me, just don't troll me that hard.
Nah, I don't need to troll you playing a game that might shit your pants. Other
listen,
than that, nah.
Yeah, listen, guys. I understand you guys spend your hard-earned money to be Patreon subscribers, and I'm willing to do stuff to accommodate you for doing so. But I'm also like, if you tell me you want
There's
me to play
limits.
something terrible, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
come on.
There's limits. There's limits, people. There's limits. Respect Tim's time. That's all we ask. Respect his time.
All right.
And the fact that there are things that he probably will never play because it's just no.
So speaking of things I'm gonna get paid to play, Earl versus the Mutants comes out tomorrow, and I have a sponsored stream of that coming up. So, but you know why I don't care? Because I played the demo and got paid for it too. But we had a lot of fun with it, and I gave out a shit ton of copies of it as well.
Mm.
But yes, I am playing this game Friday morning as a sponsored stream. But I don't care. The game's fucking excellent. I have no problem with it. I don't think it got worse since the demo. I'm sorry.
I just love the wackiness of it.
Yeah,
You're
it's a
basically
lot of fun to
driving
play.
into tons of enemies when having all these wacky fucking weapons. There's a fucking ball on a spike ball on a fucking chain.
Plus the devs are fucking. The devs are great, man. The devs are fucking good people.
Failing State Incorporated.
Yeah, the dev stopped in when I was playing the demo and dropped me 50 fucking gifted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
so,
that.
Yeah, so they're good people. They are.
Like, holy shit.
They are good
That's
people.
a lot of fucking subs.
Yeah, and they paid me on top of that. I mean,
You'd think their payment in subs was enough, but no.
yeah, they paid
They
me
went
on
out
top.
of their way to do that. Damn. Fucking hell.
Exophobia. This looks pretty sick.
Yes. I've been waiting for that one for a while.
A retro.
That's Yep. Love the style. I'm a huge fan of retro styled shooters. From
Yeah, but if you guys want me to play something, or if you want to play something with me, I don't care. I like playing video games. That's the reason why I do this. It definitely is not solely for money, because then I would have quit years ago.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Excuse me. And a very obvious color palette for this game.
Yeah.
Reds and blues.
You know what this? You know what this kind of reminds me of? Is like a Game Boy Color FPS game. Right?
You're right. It also reminded me of Alien Breed 3D back in the day, back in '95.
Yeah. So if
That's
you
what
took
this
if you
reminded
took that game and put it on a Nintendo Game Boy Color, that's
You
what
can
it
pet the
was.
dog.
Yeah. Oh,
You can pet the doggo.
Oh God. Okay. 11 out of 10, as these guys said earlier. Okay, so here is the most interesting game. Interesting. I'm not gonna say it's the best. The most interesting game out of all the ones I found, which is we're getting a Metal Slug MMO.
You what?
Yeah. Metal Slug Awakening comes out tomorrow.
a Metal Slug MMO.
So, okay, Metal Slug Awakening continues the classic gameplay loved by fans with exciting new features like world adventure, 3-player team-up, and roguelike challenges. Join forces with your friend online to take on powerful bosses anytime, anywhere. It's free to play, it's 3-player co-op, and it's fucking Metal Slug.
A game series I have not played in a long time.
I
do have the
can
original
guarantee
trilogy
you
on
one
that.
thing. I may not stream it, but I guarantee you I'm gonna play this fucking game.
The fucking
it-
classics, man.
If it's bad, I swear to God, I will fucking shit all over it. But if it's great, I will play the fuck out of it.
'Cause I remember playing these games on a fucking arcade machine. Like, holy shit, dude. They're fucking classics.
No, it's it's just straight up PvE. There's no PvP shit. So yeah.
No drink for me?
So it's actually got like, they actually made a 3D graphical update that doesn't look terrible.
There's none.
Thank you.
So yeah, I am very interested to see how that's gonna turn out. Very.
Developer is Tencent.
Yeah, so it's got money behind it.
Intriguing. Hmm.
Oh,
Not too
this.
sure.
I'm just gonna try it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll judge it when it comes out.
So I've got some
Oh,
good
actually
news.
get
I've
it.
got some good news from my boys Silver.
I have a rendezvous with death.
See this game right here that we're looking at?
Yep.
Some disputed
I got
Yep.
the developer to reach out, and I asked him
It
first.
may be
I
in
reached out to them, and I'm getting Silver a copy of this game.
E.
And close my
Nice.
eyes.
So
and
you
watch
can
me.
play it and tell me how good it is.
It may be.
I certainly
shall
will.
pass him still.
Because, as I've said, I've
I have a rendezvous
seen
with death.
the demo footage of the game
Handsome scarred slug.
about a year or two ago, and yeah,
When spring
it
comes
reminds
in,
me of
the
like,
disappear,
imagine if Resident Evil was
and the
top down
first meadow
instead of
flowers appear.
fixed camera.
You know,
God knows.
That's what this reminded me
Were
of.
better to be deep.
Silver's
But based in
excited.
World War
Sink
One.
And sent it down.
hmm
Where love throbs out. and
Smite?
peaceful sleep.
We're not
Crush
really a
like
fan of
grace
MOBA games,
and
but
I would
hey,
try.
if
I
it
would
wants
try
to
it.
Give it a
I'd
try.
try it.
Awaken.
I'd get a
I've
hold
tried
of.
the original and it isn't my thing.
I would get a hold of Triple. Triple would teach me how to play
At
Smite.
midnight,
He has like
Some
8
flaming
bajillion hours in Smite.
when spring creeps north.
No, I mean seriously, he plays so much Smite on PS5. Oh
And
my
I-
lord.
To my pledged word, I'm true.
Yeah, he would teach me though.
I shall not fail.
I would have somebody to at least help me. Because I have never played Smite. I've only played, I've played Overwatch, I've played Paladins, I've played stuff like that. Alright, next one on my list. Oh yeah, this is another one that I've already got, but this game looks great. I played the playtest of this, and it was very good. Dungeons of Hinterberg.
What a name.
You want to talk about a fucking art style? They delayed it again? Ouch. But yes, this is a very interesting game because, like, literally, you go to Hinterberg and you build relationships with people in the town, and then you go into dungeons and you run these dungeons. And then at the end of the day, you just go back to Hinterberg and take a nap. Go to sleep. And it's like a mix between, like, life simulator along with learning magic and slaying monsters and doing dungeons. It's really interesting. It's definitely got a lot of puzzles in it, and it's another Game Pass game.
Join us in Hinterberg, Austria's
probably play
hidden
that.
gem.
I would recommend
where
it, man.
relaxation.
I wish it was. I wish it wasn't single player, but actually, I kind of
the only
enjoy that it is
choice for the
single player.
discerning traveler.
It reminds me a bit of like,
Join us now up into the majestic
I don't
peaks of
know,
Doberkogel.
or maybe a
where
bit of
your
Pokemon
adventure
because of
starts,
its
and the secrets of Hinterberg
like
begin to reveal
aesthetic?
themselves.
life sim kind of thing. Yeah, oh, it's aesthetic. Yeah, they.
But yeah, puzzle solving is a big part of it. I think Ray would really enjoy it. I know Ray doesn't have Game Pass or anything, but
Brimming with
I think
magic
he'd be
and
really
mystery,
good at it,
they
just
are
with
a
the
must-see
puzzle
for every
along with the
visitor.
action and everything.
And after an exciting day dungeoneering,
I do
come
love
back
how
to our
you can
bustling
see
town and
the
enjoy
developers
all the
actually play their
amenities
games. I'm like,
Hinterberg
see,
Yeah.
has to offer.
we need to see
Relax
more of
in
the
our
AAA
world-class
fucking
spa.
developers play
Join
their
a
own
new
games.
friend for a drink.
Because it feels like they
Or
don't play
take
their
a
games
movie.
anymore.
They don't.
You know?
The resident
They don't. That's why.
Clearly.
Okay, next one is Linkito?
Yeah, Linkito.
Yeah. Little inflection.
I know, what a strange name.
This is a totally Ray game.
See, I'm not just thinking about myself.
Alright, Ray, if you watch this podcast later on, you gotta give Silver props for sure. You should just send him a link to the demo and be like, play this.
I should actually, you have a good point.
Yeah!
Really. You know, I will. After the podcast, I will.
There you go. He would probably be happy that you did it.
Like, hey Ray, check out these two games that I was thinking of you when I looked them up. Here you go. There's something new for you to look at.
Yeah, gotta give him something to look at before we come back in a couple months. I mean.
Right.
Alright, so the next game I have is pretty interesting because I'm pretty sure I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning with a key for this game. And it's on Game Pass. Game Pass is fucking killing it, man. Like, this game's going to be on Game Pass too, which is insane. You'll see what I mean in a second. I wanna let Silver's games breathe. How about Kinitsugami?
Yes,
Path of the Goddess.
I've heard about that one. Now, I'm not usually a huge fan of like tower defense kind of games, or escort missions. I fucking despise escort missions. It's kind of what this game sounds like it is, but I hope it's not just gonna be that. Please don't, Capcom. Please don't. Don't make it just
I always thought it was more
escort.
like Pikmin.
Well, there was that, but also they did say that yes, there is some escorting. I'm like, no, please don't make that the main focus. Just, I mean, don't get me wrong, the visuals and that trailer with that combat, yeah, seems pretty damn wacky.
That looks good. Yeah.
Thankfully, it's on Game Pass, so.
I love when Capcom gets their crazy shit on.
Yeah, right. And because it's got a very Japanese theme to it, it definitely has definitely like the look of it. I'm a sucker for Japanese themed games in general, because they have that mystique and wonder about them, because they have their own style when it comes to making video games in general, especially when they're allowed to just go fucking batshit crazy with you bringing their own culture into their own video games,
Yeah.
but altering it so where it's like in a completely fantasy realm. I mean, take Monster Hunter for example. That's a great example for what I'm trying to get across. That's my point. Or even though Tenchu, even those games, sure, they're based on assassins, but even they have some supernatural tones to it. Oh, and then there's also the Neo games, that too.
Yeah.
Bring out the yokai and the oni and all that stuff. Japanese themed, but supernatural.
So yeah, I'm very interested to see how this turns out.
Fingers crossed. Rooting for you, Capcom. Just,
Don't fuck it up.
stay true. Yeah, don't fuck it up and stay true to your tried and true method of actually making good games. And don't
All right.
piss,
Silver's
don't piss
next
anyone
game
off.
is Feed. Not
Yes,
breed, you
and
perverts.
we're-
Not breed. I said feed.
Feed. Back to the horror game. Back to the horror game genre here. We're back to horror games. I'm not sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be sorry.
Oh God. When you have like a short cone of visuals like that, that just adds the tension. Like, God dang it! Now I need to look around me 24/7. Fuck. Oh, great piano puzzle. Fuck no, no,
Yeah, pretty much.
no. It reminds me of Resident Evil 1 and Moonlight Sonata, except we actually have to play the piano. Fuck. I don't know piano notes.
But honestly, Vampire
Ah.
Survivors Rotator or Slay the Spire. Oh, you like what? You want to watch me play Slay the Spire? I'll stream that 24 hours for you. I don't care. I spent all of my time playing Slay the Spire on my phone. All the time. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, speaking of survival games, you know that one that you played a long while ago, Vampire? What was it called? Vampire?
Oh, Be Rising?
No, I do have that one. I have played that, but I meant the other one. That
Oh,
does make sure
Vampire.
it does-
Oh, the Vampire Hunters?
Yes, I have. I did pick that up this morning,
Yeah.
and I made it pretty decently. My first run.
Dude,
I
that
haven't been
game's
doing
so
so well
good.
after that though.
That game's so
Yeah,
good.
chaotic as all hell. Holy shit. Damn, dude.
Alright, this is one for anybody like me who likes Sega Rally Championship. Welcome to Old School Rally. Which looks identical to Sega Rally Championship.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Great! That's why
There
it's
you
called Old School Rally. Basically, it looks like a Sega Saturn game, which is awesome.
Right.
But yeah, I'll totally play Slay the Spire and go over some strats and play that one night. I don't care. That'd be a good bullshit stream as well. You can do anything while you play Slay the Spire. But yeah, I love old school rally games, and I've been waiting for this one for so long, and it finally comes out in a couple days. So I am excited because I even played the demo and it was just as good as I thought it was going to be. It's awesome. Alright, next one for Silver is Relentless Frontier. Looks cheerful. I'm still waiting for that cheerful game, Silver. This doesn't look cheerful.
I don't think I have any cheerful games for you, I'm afraid, dear sir.
Aww. Thought we were gonna get some cute and cuddly games.
If only.
This definitely reminds me of Bolt Gun.
Right?
I mean, Steam says the same thing. I kind of agree with Steam for once.
And it's using the GZ Doom engine too.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of people are making creative games using GZ Doom's engine.
And because that engine is open source, they can do whatever they want with it, correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
That is awesome. There's never a bad time for that.
Hell.
Okay.
It even has a map creator, so.
Anybody ever play Crazy Taxi when they were younger?
Mm-mm.
No Crazy
Nope,
Taxi?
even though I had a Dreamcast. Even though I had a Dreamcast.
Okay, well, if you know what
But
Crazy Taxi is, this game is going to look amazingly similar to you. This is Taxi Rush. Welcome to basically an updated version of Crazy Taxi. If you keep driving like that, you'll need insurance. And you can go to strip clubs over. I mean,
Oh my god.
it's by Clap Games. Because after I slept with her, all I got was the clap.
Okay, you dirty pervert.
I mean, tell her that. You're the one that did it.
But she doesn't. I would, but she doesn't exist.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah, that is pretty sick, ain't it? I thought it was that's cool. I know Sega's making their own reboot of Crazy Taxi, but I thought that was nice on an indie level. Into the Radius 2. Have you ever played Into the Radius 1?
No, because I don't have access to my VR headset.
They gotta make a VR headset that works with Steam Deck.
Wouldn't that be a challenge?
I don't know, probably a PSVR 1 would probably work.
Maybe. Or I could just get the Quest 3.
Fee decided to go back to the Russos, surprise, surprise. I mean, if he wants to save the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I guess you'd probably do that. They directed some of the best Avengers movies ever made.
The reason why, if you have a headset, why you would be interested in a game like this is because imagine Stalker, but in VR.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we've always fucking wanted, though. Like a
You know what's
VR
funny?
Stalker game.
You know what's funny is that the only two people in our community that own VR, besides you, Silver, obviously, is
Dan and Mermich,
Mermich. And neither one of them really care about VR games that much.
I'm like, well, why own one then? Why own one if you don't care about?
Well, Dan, I think it
being
was
made
more.
for it.
Dan was more of a curiosity thing. Mermich, I'm not really sure.
For me, it was definitely the games because I actually saw some pretty good ones. Like I said, I got Oberlaufer, and I've got H3 VR. That's a very fun gun simulator, basically. It's so much fun. Even if it is just super silly fun, with shooting freaking hot dogs with a massive variety of guns and using grenades and whatnot.
All right, then next. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I've got all sorts of games. There's Survive as well, which is basically almost an open world zombie survival game in VR, and it has co-op too. And I have actually played it with Memich.
Nice.
Pretty good.
We will rebuild.
So this next game is Cataclysmo.
Cataclysm. You could build your own castles.
And this is from the creator of Moonlighter.
Ooh.
You basically build up your defenses and build a whole entire castle brick by brick, and then try and build it up to be able to withstand the zombie or whatever this is army, which is calling them creatures of the mist, which that could be anything. But it actually plays like an actual game where they tear apart everything bit by bit.
Man, that would take some patience to build your desired castle.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you don't have. At least it won't take like freaking it's like 2 minutes for one brick to be built. That would be too tedious. Too fucking tedious.
That's why I've been playing it for the last 2 weeks, because you are correct, it takes a long time. I literally
Sorry to hear that.
No, I've been playing it ahead of time because I've been trying to teach myself how to play. And it's not that
Good
hard.
idea.
It's just like it's not 2 seconds to build the whole entire base up properly.
Yeah. I kind of wish it wasn't that way, but well.
Well, they want to make it so you actually feel like you're building something substantial.
True. They can't have it like Sims, where if you just build a wall, it's done. The wall is built.
No,
not even a second.
From the biggest surprise of the month, EDF 6 is on the list.
For the both of us.
Yeah.
EDF.
So you may be
I want to let you know.
Good game for the month.
I want to
Let's
let
be
you
honest.
know that after this comes out, it's basically gonna take over the whole. while.
Let's love the ragdolls, dude.
Good evening. Chad Joseph here.
They
with
still
today's
have the
news.
ragdolls.
Our top
Yes,
story
they
this
do.
week, widespread reports of colored changes to the evening sky were reported across the city.
510 555 cash.
Joey, how's it looking out there?
Okay. I can greatly appreciate the devs' sense of humor. They understand that we like EDF games because they're fucking satire. They are total fucking satire. They know. Thankfully, they removed all seriousness once Insect Armageddon was done and dealt with. After that, they just went, you know, well, let's just go fucking batshit crazy with enemy design and, you know, just the world building and all that shit. And just, you know, you play as these soldiers, you blow shit up, fucking done. There you go. That's the game. Hours of just blowing aliens up to pieces in huge armies.
So this
where
game,
you're just like groups of tiny humans against such huge creatures.
big surprise, all of us want this game. And we're all going to buy this game, and we're all going to play this game. So, we'll let you know how that is. Because there's no way we're not going to play it. Okay,
Damn
next
right.
one for me is the Operator.
Operator.
Basically, police operator simulator, or at least emergency service operator.
Your role is
Well,
to use the detective skills to assess our field agent and investigate mysterious crimes.
Oh, it's not that game that I was thinking about. Sorry, that's a different game entirely.
Yeah, it's
Police
911
operator.
911 operator. You're thinking.
Yeah, and there's
So
also
This is like
there's also a game called Police Operator, which is more of a horror game actually.
Yeah, so this
Horror
one's
vibes
more
to
of
it.
like you log in the computer and use the information that you can find on the internet to help solve actual crimes.
Agents in the field.
Cool.
Using cutting
Hey, I think that would be a
investigate
maybe Ray might be
mysterious
interested.
crimes.
Excuse
Dig
me.
for clues.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Uncover the
All
I knew I
right.
should have had some. I knew I should have had some caffeine in me.
Don't worry, I took a nap before we did this.
I'm not tired. It's just been a long evening.
After the stream, I took an hour nap. I was like, fuck it. All right, Artifact
Yeah.
Seeker Resurrection.
诸神之间的一场游戏，以奥罗瑞恩
You know that it's in Japanese.
为棋盘，以所有
Yeah.
凡人
Similar to Secrets of Grindia. I think you're not telling me the truth.
过去的王子，顺从神明
Right?
That is not like Secrets of Grindia.
神之名，
No.
搜寻神
No, it isn't. Even if it is a
神之名，
roguelike RPG.
Yeah.
失去故乡的游侠。
This doesn't play like that.
神明的信仰，一己之力。
I mean, holy shit.
治国，一己之力。
I just really like Survivor games though because of the freaking incredible just like room clearing weapons that they have in the games. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
修法则
I would say Brotato is definitely.
飞升成仙。
And actually, I think this is Chinese made. Yes, I can tell the difference between Japanese kanji and Chinese Mandarin. I somehow can tell the difference.
Well, that's good. That's good that you can because I can't. I will admit that 100%. I can't.
I've played enough games with
Oh
with
well,
the
I'm glad you
kanji
made a
and
home
the,
draw.
The Mandarin, they're invisible.
Glad you made it home before the end draw. There you go.
Indeed. Welcome back. Or welcome home, I should say.
Yeah, Silver likes these games a lot. I am much more selective about them, but I don't mind the genre. I have quite a few games in the genre.
Hey, if it looks fun, it looks fun. What can I
Exactly.
say?
Exactly. Different strokes for different folks. I think I've said that a lot lately. You know?
Yep.
Not everybody has to like the same shit. That's the whole reason we do this. Because not every game that I pick is like, it's all for me. Like, no. It's not.
I try not to. But... Excuse me, oh my word.
Alright, so you ready for my game for all you Stardew Valley fans out there? Yeah. Alright, welcome to Farlands.
Ooh.
So welcome
Oh,
to...
just a side note. Sorry, just a side
ahead.
note before you continue. When you make your list, can you please make it more structured so it's easier to read?
Yes, I will do that.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah. If it's just like listed, like as we usually would, that'd be great because it's just easier to read that way.
No,
That's
this is
Anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, Intergalactic Stardew Valley, basically.
pretty much.
Yeah, so you build.
Yeah.
So I kept talking trash about random stuff, and it makes me hard to hear the stream. Well, don't punch anybody, then you won't make it home. But yeah, basically what this is you build, and you can use your StarCraft to upgrade it, and then you can travel to different worlds and get different materials and work on your farming and everything else. It's crazy. It's just like Stardew Valley and Intergalactic Adventure all built into one. And I'm excited to play it with my daughter because I've already got the game, as you can see, and I get to play it ahead of time a bit, so I get some time to... Yeah, it's basically Stardew Valley in space, yeah.
Definitely something I would play.
It's coming to Steam on the
Definitely.
24th, and it's coming to Switch later this year.
Yeah, it's probably like imagine Factorio and Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So, I can't wait. That's another one that you will see on stream sometime soon. All right. Silver's list.
I have
Shivers,
2 remaining.
but less depressing. What?
Jesus Christ, dude! I heard that. What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa, Jim! Whoa! Holy shit! Dark.
Hello. I couldn't hear you, so I didn't hear what you said immediately.
Sorry.
We're almost at the end. Alright, what's wrong? Nope. I won't. Nope.
Losing like a shooter with bullet time. Max Payne-esque.
Yeah, very much. Is that here?
Except it's more like Killing Floor.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's fine. He just came in and gave me a message. My work wanted me to come back from vacation early, and I'm like, ha 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 ha. No.
No. Oh, kitty.
No fucking way. There's your answer.
Tim's like, excuse me? You said 10 days.
Yeah.
Fuck off. No less.
So, the next game on my list is a game that I played the demo of a couple weeks ago, which is Lost Castle 2. Lost Castle 2 is a 4-player roguelike beat-em-up. I'm saying that right now, Silver. 4-player. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be wild, dude. I think it's gonna be fucking wild if we get 4 people together to do this.
Ooh. You know what? I'm suddenly reminded about that 3-player beat 'em up that we tried to play, but due to Ray having like connectivity issues back then. Oh, what was that called? Oh, dude, it was so long ago when we played that. I wish I could remember the name of it. Damn.
Punchy?
It might be that. I don't know. We'll have to rummage through your library for it when we have time.
Yeah, but does the No Man's Sky update have a release date? Maybe. I did see the synopsis of that. Very impressive update, but I don't know if it has an actual release date on it.
That's a game I'd never return to. Because it's just...
the update is incredibly beautiful. I will say that. But
I get that, but it didn't have no.
But yes, for my time in the demo, this game is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait to play it.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't mind playing that.
Okay, here's Silver's last game,
Kappa's Asylum.
which is Kappa's Asylum. Well,
So, in case you people don't know, Kappa is basically like a frog demon, frog yokai in Japanese folklore.
Oh, okay.
That's what a Kappa really is.
I thought you were being like Kappa, you know.
No. I hate that it's synonymous with that face.
Oh, it launched
But-
today. I would. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's basically what a Kappa is. Like a frog, or basically a frog demon, or yokai.
Nice. Just to let you know, me and Silver and Dan played No Man's Sky a while ago, and we made it a bit, but man, we lost interest fairly quick.
Yeah, because as I said before, there was no story, no substance to really, carry us along. I'm sorry, but
Well, plus the progression of each person was basically your own. It was just kind of following
and that
each
kind
other.
of that slowed things down. It slowed things down. It kind of it didn't actually keep us together. We all ended up separating and going in our own separate direction.
Yeah.
Which probably added to the annoyance of saying, I thought this was supposed to be a co-op game. Why can't we co-op together? Why can't we progress together?
Alright. My next game is Crash Time Undercover. We've got 4 car games this month. But Crash Time is a series that I played a lot of, especially with Glav back in the day. We played Crash Day and Crash Time. This is literally
I actually remember
an
the Crash Time games.
An indie version of It's basically an indie version of Need for Speed Undercover. I mean, you want to cut through the bullshit. It's basically an indie version of Need for Speed Undercover.
Yeah, I remember Crash Day. Actually had some hilarious car physics.
I think it still does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Look at
dude.
that. These devs are not afraid to smash the shit out of good-looking cars.
Alright, I will say that right off the time. No Man's Sky and the developers deserve a ton of credit for continuing that.
Of course.
Yeah, they're releasing a new Crash Time, yeah.
Which is pretty astounding. I didn't think those games were still being made, honestly.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when I saw it. I was very surprised when I saw it. Alright, next one is very strange, but I was drawn to this. Definitely.
Drawn.
Yeah.
Drawn. Got him.
So this one is House of Golf 2.
House of Golf?
Yeah, it's the ultimate living room golf game. Where literally their whole entire room is like the golf course. And it's literally got 100 courses in it.
Wow, for that living room, that's a big ass fucking living room. That's one big living room.
Got 4-player couch co-op, man. I'd play it with somebody in the house. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, and the last one, which is actually my pick of the game I'm gonna pick for the month. It's the last game. I'm not even kidding. Minds Beneath Us.
Minds beneath us. Beneath. Bleh. I always replace TH with F.
Alright, so I love narrative games, as I've mentioned a lot of times. This is a sci-fi, narrative journey game where actual choices matter in it. It's an interactive, deduction game.
Ooh.
In a society fully automated by advanced AI, You're installed within a foreign body accompanied by its original owner's subconscious. So you share a body with the original owner.
Oh boy. Oh, I love games like that. I've played so many of them.
And it is basically a cyberpunk dystopia game.
Alright, that was on my list.
And this is my pick of the month. And I already have it in my library, and it doesn't come out for another 14 days.
Bloody hell.
But they like pitched it to me in an email, and I was like, I will play that. I will play that.
And it has a demo, gents.
Yes, it does. So, thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the podcast. I really appreciate it. Got to get that watch time up, bitches. But, you know, I'm trying the best I can. But yeah, thank you so much for checking out. I'm glad we had some actual stuff to talk about this month, about this podcast, because the first podcast of the month, I was scraping the bottom of the barrel. There was a lot of games this month. Who knows how it's going to work out in August? I know there's a couple big games coming out in August, but never know until we get there. But yeah, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for the Patreon members for coming to watch it live. If you're watching on YouTube and you'd like to come watch it live next time, I'm going to make sure to put the link down in the description. Check out the Patreon. It's $10 a month, and you get a whole bunch of different things that are included in it. Live streams, getting to watch the podcast live, additional videos like the Clean Slate podcast, this podcast, and maybe even some random videos thrown in there if I find a game that I want to play around with some people and record. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to be on Twitch on Friday doing a sponsor stream, and Fuck It Friday where we play a whole bunch of Dare Drop games and other stuff like that. So hopefully I will see you in any of those places. And until next time, Silver, say the thing.
Schlong out.